Hi, my name is Will Rand, and I am a composer based in Seattle, Washington. I started the nonprofit Earth Story, all about connecting all of our stories with the story of this great Earth that we live on. It was through this work at Earth Story that I got connected to the Open Space Authority and to Andrea, the incredible general manager. And so together we sort of imagined what it would be like to reimagine and tell Coyote Valley's story through music. I was walking this beautiful trail all the way up the ridge, seeing the wildflowers and the grasses, but I wasn't hearing the music right away. And I almost never do when I encounter a landscape for the first time. But what happens is I feel like just being in the space, allowing my own kind of body and presence to just be quiet here and experience and take in. So I took my iPhone around and just took videos of everything that I could, of the wildflowers that were everywhere and the poppies and the way the wind was moving across the hills and these riparian corridors all through. As the hills kind of converge, there's water that flows, and sometimes you can't see the water, but you can see the lush trees. And that's, to me, that's as much a visual image as it is a feeling of the presence of water, the presence of wind, the presence of wildflowers and people interacting with them. And so I took those videos and those stories and spent time with them. And that's when the music starts to come. I'm looking at the video and I'm remembering the feeling. And then later, maybe months later, that's when the music starts to kind of focus itself into what it ends up being. Now we're in Coyote Valley Open Space Preserve, this incredible, quiet, and completely different environment. My experience of being here is this feeling of deeper stillness. Here it's very peaceful, it's very centered, it's very still, it's very quiet. And from my experience of the Bay Area, also known as Silicon Valley, it is this place of great intensity. And so what I imagine is what it would be like to come from an incredibly stressful day to a place that is completely still. And so musically, I was wondering, how do we evoke that experience of just breathing out, of exhaling, of actually feeling what it's like when our chemistry in our brain changes, and so our orientation and our posture changes from tight posture to a relaxed posture, a place of openness and acceptance to what might come, knowing that we can't control it. And so the music in this movement, it just meanders. You know, it's these two notes in the piano, E flat and G, that just rock back and forth and just provide this steady pulse the whole time. It doesn't really change. And then there are these, what we call glissandos. It's kind of a sigh, kind of thing. You're just relaxing. And so there's this feeling of what is it like to unwind? What is it like to feel at peace and know that it's all going to be all right? And this space, Coyote Valley Open Space Preserve, offers that gift to us every time we're here. So Coyote Valley is extraordinary for so many reasons, but one of the most significant reasons is the wildlife corridor that exists between the two biotic communities in the Diablo Range and the Santa Cruz Range. There are three major roads that exist through Coyote Valley. And so one of the great challenges is to cross all three major roads safely. And it's vital for the health of the cougar and puma communities in both mountain ranges and all the other creatures that cross in this place and in this way. We don't often get to see all of the many creatures who call Coyote Valley home or cross through Coyote Valley for a little bit. And so wanted to imagine this piece where there's all of these animals are sort of interacting with one another as they cross through. Coyote Valley is an extraordinary place. So I hope that you will experience this wonderful collaboration with the many videographers who spent time examining and seeing the many details of this place, to the many at Open Space Authority who spend so much time caring for all of the initiatives and plans that are in place to continue to make this place the thriving home that it is for so many creatures. And that the music is simply a connector of all of those good energies that are seeking life, that are seeking restoration and the wellness of all on this planet for the future and all the lives that are yet to come.